Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Playdates and Travels, and if this is your first time watching my channel, I hope that you consider subscribing. I do a lot of Disney content, and I love talking about Disney, swaps, hauls, all the kinds of things like that, going to the parks. This video is a little bit different, however, because today I'm going to be talking about some DIYs, and it's a two-part video where I'm actually going to be showing how I made a couple of DIYs, and then also sharing with you a swap. So you get your best of both worlds. You get your actual swap of goods that I received in person from somebody else, from another Disney YouTuber, and then you're also going to see the things that I sent on its way and how I made them. And what this is, it's a DIY home decor swap, and this was created by my friend Christy at Christy's Corner, and she invited me to be part of this because she knows that I like to create a lot of things, and I don't really make that so much of a big focus on my channel, but I kind of feel like my DIYs haven't been as successful maybe in the past. I've done a couple of them, and they've been fun to do, but maybe people aren't coming to my channel for that, and that's okay. But I like to do them. I like to just craft around the house when I'm bored, and in the past year, let's face it, we've done a lot of that. And yeah, so I'm actually wearing for this video the very first pair of ears that I ever made for myself. I actually made two other pairs of ears before this, but these are the ones that I made for myself back in the beginning of 2019 in preparation for my last Disney World trip. That's the last time I went there for a solo trip. Such a fun time. I still have great memories with these ears on, and yeah, so I'm wearing these ears in preparation for this swap. So I'm going to go into the basics of how I made my DIY items in one portion, and I'll put on the screen where the DIY part starts and where the actual swap unboxing starts. But my box came from somebody else. At the time of filming this, I still don't know who it's from. I haven't gotten my box yet, but I wanted to showcase the items that I made before I send them out because they are being shipped today. So let me quickly show you that. One of the items is a wreath. One of the things I really like to do on my channel is to make wreaths. I've been making Halloween wreaths for the past couple of years. Ever since I first saw the Miss Allie Cakes make her very own Halloween style wreath, I was like, I can do that too. And this is, I think, even before I had a Disney YouTube channel. I'm not really sure. But I made a Halloween wreath back then, and I showcased it on my channel when I first started my channel, and I have since made other Halloween wreaths. Last year I did a whole DIY series making some Hocus Pocus wreaths, and I also showed on my channel also a Christmas wreath that I made as well. And this one, I decided to go with the non-Christmas vibe, and we're in March, so I wanted to get something very spring-like. So this is my very first ever kind of like bramble style wreath that I made. I was really excited to get into this kind of medium because I thought it might appeal to the person that I'm sending this to. But you can see I did my very own custom ribbon work where I actually had like poofy ribbon on this side. This has a name. I forget what it's called, but I've always enjoyed seeing people make them, and so I decided to make my own for this wreath. And then I put a lot of spring-like flowers. It's draped along the bottom. You have roses. I get into all the detail of how it's made, but the cool feature on this is it also lights up. So there's also a light up element on this. I'm going to go into explanation of how I put this thing together, but I hope you guys enjoy seeing the DIY for this very own wreath that I made. Very spring-like, and my person's into farmhouse decor as well, so I wanted to be in that realm of things. I mentioned I'm a big sign person. For this custom DIY, I decided to make my very own like 3D style sign. This was my first time doing this, but this was actually inspired by materials that I found at Hobby Lobby. I found the backer wood piece from Hobby Lobby, and I was like, I can do something with that. And so I put together my own letters. I figured out what phrase I wanted to say, and then I also got this red truck emblem because the person I'm sending to is really into red trucks and Christmas. So I have made her very own custom DIY Christmas truck sign, and you can see the red truck. I did paint this myself. It was my first time trying something like this, so I hope it came out okay, but I wanted to add a little Mickey head in there showing that he's driving, so that's there. And then I added some beautiful snow-covered trees almost with some berries, and I got that from Joann's on discount this season. It says count your blessings because my person has a lot to be thankful for and to count her blessings. There's always good things in life, so without the hurdles, we also have a lot of positivity to look forward to, and I wanted to remind her of that each and every day, which is why I made her this sign. She's also a Christmas person in general, likes to have Christmas decor all year round, so maybe she'll even keep this up in the background, who knows. But then I also topped it off with a Christmas bow and a little Mickey head that I also made out of like little like Voss filler materials. So that is that particular DIY. You guys will see how I made this in full. This was a lot of trial and error. I almost ended up scrapping this because it didn't turn out the way I wanted to originally. I made a mistake over here, but I fixed it by adding the tree. So sometimes it's like, don't give up on your decorations 100%. Just keep trying. Keep on swimming, guys. So that was DIY number 2. And DIY number 3, I made my very own wood burned ornament. It's my first time using a wood burning tool, so I tried some first with this DIY swap as well. I always wanted to do it, but I made this using a, what's this called? Using one of these wood stump type of ornament pieces that you can get from craft stores or from Amazon, whatever you name it. I used a wood burning tool to paint in the trees. I had little like Christmas bushes down there. It says Merry Christmas. This is my first attempt, so my cursive isn't 100% positive on this one. And then on the back, I attempted to draw Lady, one of her favorite characters, on the back as well. So there you go. I have Lady and the Tramp and the trees. Let's get into the DIYs. So for this DIY, I have this new wood burning tool that I just ordered from Amazon. It wasn't that expensive. I believe it was $11, but I will include the link in my description so you guys can order this for yourself if you want. It is from the brand Plaid, which is also a brand that I use quite frequently. They make the Mod Podge and whatnot, so I kind of trust them at this point, but this is an ideal wood burning and stencil cutting kind of tool. And I got this with the intention of making my own wood burning. This is going to be my first time doing this though, so it's going to be an experiment for both of us. But I have this, which includes the tool, and it comes with 4 different points and 2 tips included. I have a piece of parchment paper laid out so that I have a place to put this on to keep my surface nice and clean. I have some of these finger guards, which I just have on the side for protecting my fingers with the heat. I have this wood chip I got from Hobby Lobby. You can see it was $2.99. They have these little like wood chips. You can also order these from Amazon in packs, but I only needed 1 or 2 for this particular DIY, and I don't have a backup, so I do have this, and I'm going to try it. And then I have a pencil for drawing my design onto my wood piece. I have a sample piece of wood here, and this is literally just going to be to experiment on before I put it on the final product, just so I can make sure that I don't make any mistakes, and I can have some practice rounds. And then the last item that I have is literally my design idea. I printed this out from Lady and the Tramp because I know that my particular recipient, Heather, is a big fan of Lady, and I wanted to incorporate a drawing of her on these on here. That's what we're going to create today. So I have a printed out photo, which I used as a guide, and then I started to sketch her out over here. You guys can see my sketch, and that's probably what I'm going to go for. It's pretty detailed, so we're going to see how well this works out, and wish me luck. Okay, now that I took the items out, one thing I was missing is a pair of pliers, which you want to use to put the hot points into your pen, which does make sense because the second I put this on, it actually got really hot. So I did put the universal point in here, and the first thing I'm going to do is use the pliers to go ahead and screw it in there real tight, just to protect your fingers, make sure that you don't get too hot. Now that it's nice and tight, we're going to let it heat up by turning on the stand. This one comes with an on and off switch, so putting it on and going to let it heat up on the stand. Okay, so I am letting it warm up, and because I'm extra, I do have some finger guards because whenever I touch hot things, I don't want to get them any burning. I did have this little sketch design, which I took from another YouTube video. I liked that she drew some trees. I made my own little like hills, and then I'm going to write Merry Christmas with a little Mickey head at the bottom, I think. So just simple cursive. This is my like design template we're going to try with our scrap wood and then apply it to the ornament. So let's do it, and then the other side will be Lady, if we can accomplish that. So here you see me using the practice wood to draw my lines, and then I am putting it on the wood itself. I found that using the universal tool was really good for drawing the thicker lines for the trees. You see I forgot to use my pencil, so I'm just freehanding it. And then I'm using the tool to draw in the leaves and stems of the trees. That was a little harder using this tool because it's a little thicker, and I wanted to switch to a different point. So at this point you'll see me getting ready to switch to a different point. And I've noted this tool is really easy to use, and you just hold it like a pencil. Okay, I just switched to a flow point tip because this seems to be a lot easier lines. It's easier to hold and grip. So I'm going to go with this. You can see my finger guards are now off, so God help me. All right, so practicing here. It definitely moves a lot easier on the hand. I'm going to try to do my best to pencil it in and then copy. So we're going to do that right now and see how well we can go. So I've noticed that some of the surfaces, depending on how the wood is, will make the design wave a little bit. So that happened a little bit on my first one. I'm trying to make sure I don't do that again. So at this point, you see me using the pencil to draw in the leaves of the trees, and I do it for all 3 of the trees that I have drawn on this tool. I'm drawing little hills there on the bottom, and then I just use the wood burning tool to sketch right over that pencil mark. And in some places it's a little thicker, some places a little thinner, but I definitely found the flow point tool the best method of using this to get the wood burning across without looking like it was too burnt. You can see there I made a little mistake, and I decided to make that into a little tree bush later on. But here I am just continuing to draw in my trees, and then I decided to make it worse and added a little grass, you know, some ingrown grass. Then I am sketching Mary in cursive on the driftwood and then applying it, just freehanding it onto the ornament itself. I thought Mary came out pretty good. With Christmas, I am practicing there on the wood and then drawing it in. And I did mess up a little bit on the M, but otherwise I thought it came out pretty decent. Off camera, I drew Lady onto the ornament on the back side. I thought it'd be too detailed to try to film that, sorry. But I was going for what the sketch looked like. It didn't come out completely perfect, but I thought, given the intricacy of this, I don't know, it was just very intricate. I thought it came out pretty decent again, and I was happy with the way it looked. But I wanted to frame it by putting a circle around it. So this is me just planning to put a circle and maybe frame that with some leaves. So to get the perfect circle shape, I'm using this candle to draw a circle around the rim, and I'm penciling that in. And once the circle was completely to my liking, I practiced again, then went slowly in little strokes to trace over the circle with my wood burning tool. And voila! Then I'm just filling in a little bit more as I go to make it darker. And I also fill in a little bit more of the design of Lady to make sure that she stands out and is not too lightly sketched into the wood. At this point, I'm just using the flow point tool to add some more details to Lady. I never fully finished with the design. And once I finish with that part, I decide to just freehand my recipient's last name into the design as well, make it a little bit darker. Then I'm flipping it to the other side. I'm adding a little bit more thickness to the tree because I thought these trees should be very thick and, you know, fully grown. So that is what I'm doing here, just adding some more filler to the trees. And then finally, I'm just adding some dots all over the place to make it look like it is snowing for more Christmas, winter wonderland type of scene. So that's the extent of what I did. I just added some more dots all over the place, and voila, that was my design. So that's a close-up of what the look of the Lady looked like at the end, and then I'm using this other tool to add a leaf pattern around the rim. Here we're going to use the tool that's heated up to make a leaf pattern. So I'm speeding it up, but basically I'm just like placing this down very carefully to create the leaf. I look along the entire circle to see where I can add it and put in a couple different spots. And then eventually I also decided to add some more leaf burn look to the bottom to make it look more rustic. And that's the extent of what I did here. And that is my final ornament. The very, very, very last step is I just got to drill a hole at the very top to make it an ornament, and I tied some twine. And for fun, I just literally just took the IKEA coaster that I had, and I just used some cursive and wrote her name, Earl Family, did some little squiggles, did a hidden Mickey, and some stars. So that is basically going to be a little coaster gift along with the actual wood art that I did. But this was pretty cool to try this out. I added some hidden Mickeys on this as well. Did that off camera, sorry about that. But there's a couple of hidden Mickeys on here that are also Christmassy. But you have this one and you have this one. So the next step on this is I'm going to drill a hole in the top so that we could put some twine on the inside. You could also just like attach a hook and hang it from there, but to make this a little bit more sturdy, I am going to just drill a hole at the top to make this an ornament and add some twine, and then she will have this good to go, her coaster and ornament for everyday decor if she wants, and then this one is for her Christmas tree. Hi guys, so this is my channel again. You guys are watching the second part of my video. I obviously have a costume change. I'm filming this like a whole month after I filmed the first portion of this because I made sure that I got my stuff out really early just so I wouldn't have any mail delays. And at the same token, I got this probably a week ago, maybe so, and I just have not had time to open this. So I am opening this 2 days before our swap is actually going up. So I'm finally excited to see what was made for me. This is part of the DIY decor swap. So this is the swap portion. You guys just watched my DIY. And I did only share one. I decided just to share one because I just thought it was just going to be too long to share all three. I do have the other two filmed, however. So if you are interested in seeing how I made that sign and that wreath, please let me know in the comments. Say, yes, I'd like to see those DIYs in a later time because I won't share them otherwise. If you guys are just like, you're good with seeing this portion of the video of how I made it kind of, then that's good with me too. But if you actually do want to see how I made it step by step, then let me know. Okay, so this arrived at my doorstep from the mail room, and this is from Mickey's Magic. And I don't know anything on here except that it has Mickey's Magic's address on it. It's from Meg, who I have sent before. And then the only clue that she has given me, it says open this end on the very top of this US PS priority box. So I don't know what's inside. Let's go and see what she made for me. And it was up to 3 items. There was no requirement that you had to do 3. I think you had to do 2 or 3. So I'm seeing something with a bunch of... Oh, is it a scroll? Is this a scroll that you made me with like a little memo? I do remember we usually have like chat groups for these swaps, and in our chat group about this on Instagram, Meg was like, I was experimenting with something, it didn't come out the way I wanted it to, so I'm curious to see what that is. Oh my goodness, you made me a pin hanger! She made me this is like such a simple DIY, but so smart at the same time. Like, this is actually really nice, and I love that you included a pin. I have a pin of Mickey included. So she gave me a little banner. This is awesome. Maybe I can actually show my pins, like when I do my pin videos, just have like this little display as well. But this is so cute. So it's literally just like, it looks like it's a rod, and she has glued onto the string, and then you have the felt, and there's a pin of Mickey Mouse included. So I get to keep this as well. And it's just a simple felt sheet on a hanging rod. So cool. So that is my first thing that she made for me, and I am a pin collector, so that is awesome. I love it. Okay, so that was my first item. Let's see what else is in my box. Okay, the second thing I'm seeing, can I keep this on the ledge, is wrapped up in bubble wrap. I don't want to rip anything too fast, so... Oh my goodness, she painted me things. So Meg, if you guys don't know who Mickey's Magic is, I'm sure you guys probably do. But if you don't know, she is she's a very creative person. She's super crafty. I'm very honored to have had her as my person sending me the items. And she has her own shop on Etsy. And she is a really good, very talented painter. She painted these for me. So she made me a bunch of different Mickeys in here. Are these coasters? Oh, they're sticking together. They're magnets. She handmade me some magnets and she painted them. This looks like an Easter egg. This is so cute. I can actually use this for my Easter decor in all seriousness. I do have a little bit like, I put my bunnies from last year behind me. But look at this. This is like a little Easter decorated Mickey. I love that. That's so cute. She's got a squiggle and some dots and some glittery glue. Oh, nice. And they all have magnets on the back. So this is also another simple, easy DIY. Oh my goodness. This one is Valentine's Day themed with the little hearts all over it. Valentine's Day one. I absolutely love this for Valentine's Day. Oh my goodness, Halloween. I absolutely love Mickey pumpkins. I love it. Then I also have a regular Mickey, good for all occasions. Oh, I wish I had seen this in time. She also made me one for St. Patty's Day that just happened. Ooh, there's money. There's money on here that she actually drew in. 25 cents, 50 cents. Ooh, I'm rich. Gold coins. I am such a Christmas person. Ho, ho, ho. So far that was 2 things. I am seeing one more thing in here, or maybe 2 things. I'm not sure. It does look like she put in... I thought this was just a support to keep it in. No, it's something that she made me as well. So I love the personalized magnets. Those are so cute. I can put them in my fridge as well. We love putting magnets in our fridge, so... That will have to be added to it. Hold on. It looks like she might have made me a home sign. Oh my goodness. That is so cool, Megan. So the magnets aren't actually supposed to be left alone. They are a 2-piece set. She made me this home sign. She made me a home sign. I absolutely love that with the magnets, that you can attach all the different magnets on here. That is so cool. I absolutely love the way the Halloween one came out. Make it Valentine's Day themed. So much fun. This one is for all year round with the extra Mickey right there. And even St. Patty's Day. Yay! So cool. I love this sign. This is gonna have to be part of my display for Christmas as for sure. I love this. I love that you can personalize it and that it will always say home, that there's always gonna be a magnet there with Mickey. I absolutely adore this. Thank you so much, Mick. I thought they were just magnets. And no, there is a purpose. They are meant to be put on this board. My son wants me to come outside and hang out with him now. Can you guys hear him crying? Okay, mom life. I've been trying to film this video forever, and of course, the second I start filming, he wakes up from his nap. There is one more item in that box, but I'm gonna go take care of my son and then come back to filming. Hold on. Okay, so we're down to the last DIY. That last one was a twofer. I didn't even realize it. Oh, maybe there's more. Oh, there's more. And there's a card. I'm just gonna continue with the DIY stuff, and then I'll get to the card since I did it all out of order, apparently. Oh my gosh, there's 2 things. Okay, I just got excited because I might have mentioned that I had Broadway decor in my home. I am a big Broadway junkie, if you guys didn't know that about me. I'm a huge musical theater nerd. I used to do musical theater back in the day. I was also an actor, and I just love musicals so much, and I do have a whole playbill display in my hallway. And she made me something for a playbill. Oh my goodness, this is so nice. This is to frame. Oh my gosh. It says Playbill Main Street Theater, One Man's Legacy. It's Walt and Mickey, the partner statue. That is so cool. She like combined my love for theater with Disney. I absolutely love this so much. Thank you, Megan. Oh my goodness. How cool is that? And she clearly made this, like, playbill sign herself. Like, the whole, like, framework is just like an actual playbill. I love this. Oh, my goodness. I'm gonna, like, have to keep this down there. I have another Hollywood sign, so this will go with that theming. Oh, my goodness. And then there's a frame, so I can keep this just hanging out all the time. I absolutely love that. Okay, so that was, there's a card in here. There's one more item. Oh my gosh, you spoiled me. You absolutely spoiled me. Okay, so I actually have 2 things. This keeps going. I'll go with this one first, I guess. And apologies if my scissors are attached to the Halloween magnet. Sorry about that. Apologies if I was supposed to do this in a certain order, because I just saw the card. I'm just going to keep going with the stuff now, because I'm just excited. Oh, okay, this is a canvas. And let me just pull this out. Oh, my son might want to steal this from me. And you painted this, didn't you? Oh my gosh, she absolutely painted this too. My son is obsessed with monorails and trains right now, and so am I. I have the monorail that we put around our Christmas tree all year, every year. And my son, if he had his way, would have it out all year long because he was obsessed with it this year, didn't want to take it out. Partly it was our fault because we kept it up to late February. This says, please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténgase alejado de las puertas. Which if you go to Epcot, or if you go to Disney World in general, Epcot, Magic Kingdom, whatever, and you ride the monorail, it does say that in English, and then it says it in Spanish, and it's just amazing. I love those quotes. And then she literally painted the doors on the monorail and added a little stripe. This is so cute. We're going to have to put this into our living room, I think. I'm going to have to show this to my husband and say, I think this is a keeper, and I think he might agree with that as well. We try to not keep too much Disney decor out in the main area living space because my husband doesn't want the house to scream Disney, but this has a special place right now, so I think we might make an exception. This is so cute, though. I love this in Spanish and in English. Ah, I love it. Thank you. Okay, I have one last item in this box. If you can dream it, you can do it. Oh, and it's Mickey Mouse's pants and buttons. And it's a quote from Walt Disney. She made me a sign that I can just keep as part of my decor. So I have a lot of inspirational decor now that is subtly Disney themed. I love it. Oh my gosh, Megan, this was so much fun. I really love the monorail sign and then my magnet and my felt pin thing, but this is super cool. I actually had an idea to do something like this, and I wanted to make it a key holder. I just ran out of time, and I also didn't think that I could afford to get that done with all the other crafts I was already doing, but I didn't even think to do a magnetic board. Like, this is just super smart. I love this so much. Okay, now let's get to the card. Okay, so the last thing in here is this Nightmare for Christmas themed card with Jack. And if you guys know Meg, you know that she's also really big on Jack Skellington, so always fun. And the creator of our swap today is also really big to Jack. Christina, I was so excited to get your name in this DIY swap, as you were so generous and kind to me during the Year of the Ear swap. Yeah, I did have her for Year of the Ear September, November. It was the Villains one last year. I think it was September. We had a lot of fun with that. I tried to create a few different items that followed your love of all things Disney. Everything is bubble wrap, so I also hope everything made it there safely. It did! Everything is perfect. Thank you. If you have any questions about the items, just shoot me a message. I hope you love the items. Love, Meg, Mickey's Magic. I love your handwriting. So neat, by the way, if you guys can see. This is so sweet. Thank you again, Meg. I'm dropping the card. So I'm assuming I most likely was supposed to open this at some point, but I think it slipped under. So I didn't see it until like the last item. It was tucked between the last two. But this was so much fun. Thank you for the creativity, honestly. I mean, I love that you thought of all the seasons with my little magnets here, too. That's a really nice touch. And I'm going to sign off by holding off my pin holder. I literally just filmed the pin video yesterday. If I hadn't, I could have used this and been like, hey, guys. But thank you so much, Megan, again. Thank you, Christy, for organizing this swap. It definitely pushed me to the limit to try to get creative and make things that I had never done before. And I had a lot of fun making things for other people. It's a little nerve-wracking, not going to lie, but I also really enjoyed seeing... Heather sent me my person sent me a personalized reaction on Instagram to let me know that she appreciated it all, and I was like, yay! And then being able to get this from Megan was just like so amazing too. So thank you again to both of you guys, and to all of you watching this video. If you want to see the other creations that people have made for this swap, please continue to watch all the videos in my description. We will have them all linked below, so you can go to everyone else's videos and watch our creations as well as what they got in return. I'm gonna go take care of my son. Oh my gosh, they're crying. Okay, that's it for me, guys. Talk to you later. Bye!